How are you guys today? I'm so excited to have you with me tonight, and I hope that as you add into the live, you will let me know that you're here and where you're from. If it's your first time, definitely let me know that it's your first time. If you're watching on the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. I love to know who's watching me, and I would appreciate it if you would share my video. That is always a nice thing. If you will choose to do that, I am so grateful for your help in growing my channel. So today we are going to make a really cute card, but we're going to talk about a few things first. I'm going to move my camera view slightly because I think I need more room. But we are going to make this card today, and we're using the Jungle Pals set, which is what we decided last week we would use. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Deb. Hey, Maleda. Hey, John. Hey, Lou. Hello, everyone. So always the first thing I talk about is my Inky Hands membership. And hey, Tina. You're so funny. Oh my goodness. So the membership group, if you are not a member, you do not want to miss this week coming up, let me tell you, because it is pretty awesome. I've been working on it pretty much all day. And it has been so fun. Hey, Kimberly, thanks for joining us. I agree, Tina. I'm a big Chiefs fan. So yay, Chiefs. Hi, Sherry. Hey, Mom. Speaking of Mom, I don't know where my mom is. She hasn't logged in yet. Maybe she's not going to come on today. I don't know. Hi, Roxanne. I know. I can't wait for Super Bowl. 2 weeks. The only good thing about the Pro Bowl this year is that Peyton Manning and Eli are going to be, I think they're going to be coaching. So it's a Manning against Manning, which I think is always fun. I love the Mannings. Big Peyton Manning fan. When Peyton retired, I had to find a new team because we followed Peyton's career from college, and now then I decided to follow him home, and he turned out to be phenomenal. I've really had a good time. Hey, Rita, thanks for joining us. But like I was saying, this crew membership, oh my gosh, you guys do not want to miss. This week, if you're not a member, join because the projects are really fun. I've had a really good time with those. The way the membership works is it's $7.99. It's a monthly membership. You get 2 video tutorials to your inbox every single Friday. And you get a color challenge and a sketch challenge every month if you are a Facebook user. I have a Facebook group that we do challenges in, and it's a really fun group of women. We have the best time together, and I'm very grateful for everybody that is part of the membership. Hey, Mary. Thanks for joining us. I answered your question in the community tab of my channel, Mary, but I never heard back from you about the stamp camp. If you'll send me an email at kelly@inkyhandswarmhearts.com, I can give you information. Today is the last day to sign up for the stamp camp if you want to sign up. That's my email. So take a screenshot of that if you need it, and send me an email if you want into the stamp camp. But you have to register by today to be able to get in. I appreciate having you guys on my channel, all of you, and I appreciate you letting me know that you're here and where you're from. So the membership group is $7.99 a month, and it's fantastic. So I hope that you will try it out for a month and see if you like it. All right. Is this your first time catching me live, Mary? Because if it is, everybody say hi to Mary. She's new. We want to say hi and make her feel welcome. Kimberly, you've watched me live before, I think, right? All right, online exclusives. Next month, we're going to have brand new online exclusives. And if you're a demonstrator, you get to pre-order starting February. Not next month. I keep thinking we're on February 1st already, but March is new online exclusives. And in February, as demonstrators, we get to order. So I will have an unboxing video when I get my stuff from the online exclusives as usual. Paper Pumpkin. Oh my goodness, look how cute this box is. If you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, definitely you gotta get this one because I think it's going to be so precious. Oh my gosh, I love that you guys make her feel so welcome. We're a fun group. So there are dies that go with this, the one from January and the March one that's coming up. So if you want that, I think they're still available and they're $12. These are the dies. You get the love, the daffodil, and then this leaf, and then this label. And that's while supplies last. They do coordinate with the January, February, March kit, which I'm really excited that we have dies. The Stamp Camp, this is my information on the Stamp Camp. Join for the Nature Sweetness Stamp Camp and get the new product suite, 13 exclusive products from 13 amazing demonstrators around the world, plus video and PDF tutorials, bonus projects, and an exclusive Facebook group. So today is the last day to sign up, and these are the PDF projects that are included. That's my host code. If you're going to sign up, you need to order items number 2, 3, 4, and 5 from page 41 of the mini catalog from me using this host code, and then you need to register, fill out the registration form, but you'll have to email me and I will send you the link to that. So today's the last day to sign up. Kits collection, I can't wait for February 1st so that I see what new kits we have, but the January kits are these two right here. Super precious kit with pandas and a fantastic cards for teenagers, kids that love music, husbands that love music, boyfriends that love music, girls that are in a rock band. How cool would that be, right? Like, these are so cool, and I think they're fun. It's a $14 non-stamping kit, so it's a really easy way to make those cards. And then the December kit's still available, also Painted Wishes. It's a floral, really beautiful, also non-stamping kit. All right, that's all the announcements. I am going to talk about the bundle that we're using today. It's not really a bundle, but it is kind of a bundle. It's a separate purchase, the dies and the stamp set. They're earnable with purchases from my online store. They are celebration offerings, so they're on page, I think it's this one coming up here. I should have tagged it. So right here on page 12 and 13, you have the Jungle Pals stamp set, which is free with a $50 purchase in the US, and the Jungle Pals dies, which are free with a $100 purchase in the US. And so I'm going to be pairing the stamp set with the dies today for our project, and this is what we'll be making. Hey Clem, thanks for joining us. Oh, that's so funny. So this is the card we're going to be making, and I think it's really fun. It's a great little card and very, very easy to make. In fact, this frame right here, that is from an online exclusive item. So if you don't have it, it's still available in the store, and you might be able to get you that frame. I think it's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you how to make this cute card. So, Jungle Pals dies and stamp set. The sentiment is from So Sincere because there's no words. I decided to use one from this one. This is an entire word stamp set. And I thought Hope Your Day is a Happy One is great for this. Now, this is the Radiating Stitches dies, which are online exclusives. They're pretty awesome, I must say. And if you don't have them, you can get them. Fantastic. Kimberly, is this your first time catching me live, or you've been live before, I think, right? I think you have. I'm pretty sure you have. So let me explain how I made this frame, okay? So if you take this piece here and you die cut it, you're not going to get a frame, okay? I want to explain how the dies work. So let me bring the whole thing up, okay? So this die doesn't have a cutting line on the inside. You can see there's a cutting line on the outer edge here, but there's nothing on the inside. So it will only cut like a rectangle on the outside, but the center will not be open. It'll have the same colored cardstock on the inside, just smooth. If you want it to be a frame like this, what you need to do is take the second die and place it in the middle and die cut them together, okay? Now when you do that, you can see this one also doesn't have a cutout in the middle, a line in the center. So what you will get, I'm trying to grab my dies here. So this will cut this out, and this will cut this out, okay? So you're going to put this through your die cut machine with a full piece of Granny Apple Green paper, right? And you're going to place this die down, and then you're going to place this die down also, and you just want to try and get it centered, right? You're going to crank it through your machine, and when you lift it up, you're going to have one frame, okay, and then one die. And if you didn't put this piece in the middle of this, you would have this in the middle, but just not this little line. It would just be one big piece like that without these little lines cut out of it. I hope I'm making sense, but basically these don't cut a frame, but you can make them into a frame by using the ones that come inside. And the same thing would happen with this right here. You could cut this and you could have a smaller frame, and then this die would come out of the middle and you could use it for another project. So I really like this die set, and I even used this cute heart. As you can see, I'm going to show it to you right here. So I used that right here around my sentiment, and I cut it like it was a leaf. Tina. Oh, great. I'm so happy. I thought you had been with us, Kimberly. I just wanted to double check, because if you weren't, everybody had to say welcome to you. It's just how I like to keep my lives where everybody feels like they're a part of it, because they are. Even though I can't be with you in person, I can be with you here, and we can all make you feel like you're part of our group, because you are by showing up. All right, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of work here, okay? So you see this paper in the background here with the black? Okay. That paper is from the Rock and Roll DSP, okay? So while you may not want or know of anybody who plays music or would use a paper that would have guitars or I don't know, music, this paper pack is fantastic, because look at how cool that paper is. That's on the back side of the one that I used. On the back side of this guitar paper, you have this really cool black and white stripe. Thank you, Lou. On the back of this kind of psychedelic paper, you have this really cool black scratched with white, which I love. Then you have speckled paper behind this one that has the boom boxes and the record players and the cassette tapes. So you have a black speckled sky. Then the one that I used for the stripes, like I said, it has a crumpled paper with white core. And then this is really cool. I almost used this one for the background and then changed my mind. But look at that one. Just think about that with some ink blending and adding some color to it. And then the last piece looks like white crackle. Isn't that amazing? I love it. And then this is the back. So you don't have to get the paper if you want the bundle. Like, I bought the paper. I don't have the bundle that goes with this, but I had to get this paper because the paper is amazing. Our DSP, they do the best job, I think. We have fantastic designer series paper, and the artists that make it, they do an incredible job. All right, so now you know that that background is from the rock and roll. We're gonna do a little ink blending, okay? And so let's go ahead and grab our free glass mat that you can get if you join my team. And quite a few of you have taken advantage of that this month. This is an amazing value. This mat is pretty awesome. And it comes with this piece here, which is called, gosh, I don't remember what they call that part, but let's look it up. It's called a Glass Mat Studio. So this one is the silicone mat. This is the glass mat. And then there's a cleaning cloth that is gray and pliable. And it's how you clean off. So it's pretty cool. This one needs to be wet. It's not moist enough, but you get those 3 for free. It's a $60 value. And not only is the best deal in the whole catalog, the starter kit, but you get to be part of an incredible company. Stampin' Up! Is amazing, and I really love them as a company. Okay, so we're gonna start with Granny Apple Green. I agree, Kimberly. It's fantastic. Our DSP is amazing. So I'm just going to blot off some on the glass mat right there because I don't want too intense. I just want light. And I'm just going to literally, I'm not going to color the whole piece. I'm just going to add spots. And then I'm going to come back here and pick up some more and add some around here. I want to leave some white pieces because I'm going to come in with another green. All right. That's good. All right. And we'll clean up at the end. So we're done with that one. We're gonna use Shaded Spruce. Those are the 2 greens that I used on this card, Granny Apple here and the Shaded Spruce. So I decided to ink with both of them also. So then this is gonna fill in. And I wanted it to kind of be like a jungle canopy where you have all different greens, right? And so I'm just going to blend it on the edges here, even though you're not going to see them. I'm going to fill in all of the white. And then if I have to come back in with the lighter color, I will. I think I am going to come in with my sponge, but I can pick up from what we have here and brighten that up a little in a few spots. All right. And so what we're going to do next is I'm going to add a little bit of dark green here because we're going to use a strip of this. We don't need the whole piece for this frame, so I don't want to waste it. And so I used a portion of it on the inside, a thin strip. So we're going to cut that. Let me get a baby wipe and clean off the surface because we're done ink blending. All right. And I'm gonna bring out my trimmer. Get that to stay stuck. All right. So let's get our small trimmer out. We're gonna trim I don't know, about a 1/4 inch, I guess. Like that much, however much you want. And I'm going to trim a hair off the top because it's about the same size. I trimmed it to this piece and I want it to tuck behind it. So I needed to trim it down a little. That's pretty good, pretty close. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to add some dimensionals. I got to grab them. To our frame. And those of you who know me know that I am a user of dimensionals. In other words, I don't skimp on them. So I will be using quite a few, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna put those on there first, then we're gonna pull the backs off. And I like using my take your pick tool to remove all of these because then they end up in my trash and not on my stamp room floor. All right. So now we're going to attach this piece. And I'm going to do it this way just so I make sure that it doesn't overhang. Whoops, my finger got stuck to that dimensional. Okay, there we go. All right. Right, so now when you flip it over, there's our frame. And I wanted it to be sunken down a little bit, raised up a little in the background. So we're going to take a piece of 4 1/4 by 11, and it is shaded spruce, and I've already scored it down the center here, and I'm going to look for the raised edge. That's always towards me when I'm folding. And we're going to go ahead and match the corners. I hold those in place, grab my bone folder, and get my card nice and flat. And now we're going to go ahead and attach this piece on top here. And so I'm just going to use wet adhesive. And I'm going to grab my silicone mat because I tend to make a mess with glue. Hey Milani, thanks for joining us. Everybody say hi to Milani. She just got here, so we have to make her feel good that she showed up. Thanks for being here. Appreciate having you. So there is our wet adhesive, and now we're going to attach this onto our card. And I'm just going to try and get it centered as best I can. It's not a perfect frame, like it doesn't fill all of the card, but it fills most of it, and I think that's perfect. Just make sure that we're good and press that down. All right, so now we're going to start building this little scene, okay? But let's glue this. I think, did I put it on white? I did put a white. Okay, we can't do that yet. Let me just push this off to the side. Let's start our scene building. So when you use your dies with the Jungle Pals, you get this really cool tree right here. That's okay. I'm so happy you made it. Hey, Monica. Thanks for joining us. Happy that you're on. Everybody say hi to Monica. All right, so I'm going to just, when I cut the paper a little longer, so I'm just going to snip my tree on both ends here. And I'm actually going to save this piece because it has lots of space for die cuts. So we're going to, looks like I'm going to trim this end here. I must have missed when I trimmed. Okay, so you have this cute little tree here, and we want our sloth, as you can see, to hang from that first sloping branch. And I want it to be coming down about right there, right where our opening is, okay? So we're gonna put it about right there. That looks good to me. And so I'm just going to hold it in place, and I'm gonna snip along that top section like that, and then I'm gonna hold it in place again. I know I live on the edge, and trim again. And if it's not perfect, I'm okay with it because it's a handmade card. And if somebody complains, then they don't really need my cards. Yay, Monica, I'm so excited. Tina, I have a feeling that you are not very sloth-like at all because your personality is definitely not sloth-like. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, so right in this little point here, we want to give the sloth some support. So I'm going to take my little edges. You guys know how I save these edges of the dimensionals. And I'm going to cut a super, super skinny little piece. And I'm going to put it right on that branch here because I just want a little tiny bit of foam to support when that sloth is hanging. So I'm actually gonna bring you guys down a little. Okay. So that way I can see what you're seeing. So see right there, I've just cut a tiny little piece just for this part right here, this branch part. Okay. So we have that in right there. And move that out of the way. That's where it needs maybe one more piece in the middle, but the rest of it, we're good. I mean, it should be fine. So let's go ahead and cut one more skinny little piece, maybe for this wider part of the branch, okay? The rest of them we're not gonna worry about. So we're gonna get rid of this trash before it ends up on my craft room floor. And we're gonna put some adhesive on here and attach our branch to our card. See why I have the silicone mat? Because I just made a mess right there. And I'm just gonna add a smidge. All right. And I am so messy, my goodness. Good thing I keep a cloth next to me because I'm a messy girl. All right, so we're gonna attach this onto our card. So about right there, that's good. And right there. And because we have that foam there and there, that branch is not gonna fall. See, that foam is supporting it, okay? All right, so let's see. We have some leaves, a bunch. I've die cut them out of shaded spruce. So we're gonna add this vine across here like this, and then we're gonna tuck this one underneath. So I'm gonna put dimensionals, not on this top one because you see how it's laying on this piece, but the rest that are floating, I'm gonna put a little dimensional piece on them. So I'm just gonna snip small pieces off of the edges. And that one's really skinny, so I needed a smaller one. I might have just miscut that when I cut that branch, but that's okay. I'm not perfect. All right, so we'll pull the backs off, and it's really hard to pull these off with the Take Your Pick tool because they're so thin. So I do take these ones off for sure with my fingers. And then I do have to make sure they end up in the trash because if not, I'll be traipsing them all over the house. All right, so we're gonna add adhesive, just wet adhesive up here on that leaf, and then we're gonna flip this over and we're gonna put some at the top on the front side, okay? Because we're gonna attach this in this corner, and this piece is gonna be tucked under. And we want to make sure that this leaf is up here. That one's tucked under the frame, and these have the dimensionals, the little pieces that we put on it. So see, we built that piece across. So far, so good. You guys are with me. We're doing good. We're doing good. All right, so let's figure out where we're going to put our little tiger, okay? So he's kind of tucked behind the grass, and I have two sections right here that we're going to attach. I'm not going to attach this one yet because we're going to put this piece of grass, then the tiger, and then this one, okay? So let's go ahead and put a little glue on the back. Whoops. See, I told you guys I'm messy. You don't believe me, but I am. So we're going to put this one here on the frame near the bottom edge, like that. And I'm probably going to put just a tiny dimensional piece on the tip. This one doesn't want to stay, so it's just going to come undone. It's fine. On this point right here, because if I don't, it's not going to be supported, so that's good. The rest of it is fine. And then we're going to figure out how our tiger, oh my goodness, is going to sit. Where's my tiger? I have colored him ahead of time. So I want his feet to be here, and when I attach this piece on here, I want those three to be in front of him, but I want this one, the tail, to be behind. So we're going to do that first. And so we're going to actually attach all of this to the tiger, and then he'll be one unit with our grass. I'm just going to put a little bit there. That will attach the tail to that leaf. And then we're going to lift these leaves, put a little bit of glue. This one, a little bit of glue. And the last one, this one I'll put on the leaf because it's skinny. All right. So once we have this attached, it's all one unit. Oh, that's a good idea too, Kimberly. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to add a dimensional behind his head because if not, it's just going to be in La La Land. So that one's going to go there. I'm going to put one on his rump right here. I want to make sure we have him, he's supported, fully supported. I think he's good now. I might put one right there, a small one, since I already have this one that doesn't want to take its backing. I'm going to put that, hide it in between here, and no one will see it, to support him. All right. And then that will go like that, and then he will be attached. So let's go ahead, pull the backs off of these two, throw them in the trash. And then we're going to just use wet adhesive on the rest of him. So that's how I kind of put all my pieces that are glued together. I kind of attach them first because it makes it way easier when you're trying to finish your project if everything's all attached. So see how cute he is? Hi, Lil. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. Everybody say hi to Lil. She's our little neighbor across the street. Lil, how old are you? 7 or 8? All right, so now I have to find all my leaves. All right, here's my heart. Okay, so we're gonna attach, it looks like we have the small leaf, or the large one's gonna go up here. So that one just needs wet adhesive. So we'll put that one going this direction, kind of covering that vine so it looks like it's one piece, right? And then this one is this large, so we're just going to go ahead and attach it. So I'm just going to use wet adhesive also because most of that is going to be covered. And it's behind the sloth, right around that right here. So there's that one. That looks good to me. And then it looks like we have another small one coming this direction. About right there. If it's not perfect, it's okay. And then this one here is, we're going to add some dimensionals to the back. So let's finish this piece. Oh, because I don't have any cover for it. Tina. Oh, you're 9, Lil. All right. Yeah, so she's our little neighbor across the street. She wants to come play in my craft room, but I'm so busy that I haven't been able to bring her in here yet. But if she ever makes it in here, she's going to be like, I think, astounded at the volume of stuff I have. Okay, and then my daughter Johanna is friends with Lil's aunt who lives across the street. All right, so that's good for that flower. We're gonna, flower, I'm calling it, leaf. So we're gonna go ahead and attach that like that. So we're doing good so far. So now next comes some stamping and coloring. So I'm gonna move these dimensionals out of the way. I'm gonna move the glue out of the way. And the scissor and all that good stuff. We're gonna color. We're gonna color our sloth, and we're gonna color our toucan for the inside. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment with Memento Tuxedo Black. So let's do that first. Part of this ink pad is super juicy and then the rest of it is dry. I must like use one side of it more than the other. Hopefully that's on there. If it's crooked, it's okay. We're gonna cut it out anyway. Yep, it's crooked, but that's okay. Let me clean my stamp. Thank you, Clem. Being an adult is overrated, that's for sure. I agree with that statement. All right, let's get the gray granite. I gotta find it. Where's my other one? I have them all over here, but oh, here it is. Okay, so we're gonna use light and dark gray granite for the sloth. I always start with the light, and I usually color the entire animal with the light color. No rhyme or reason. Just how I do it. And I am not an expert colorer by any means. All right, so there's our sloth all in the light gray granite. So now I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna do some highlighting. So I'm gonna come in where the artist did, okay? And then I'm gonna come over here. That's about all the artist gave us. So you know what? So this time I'm gonna come around his face here on both sides. I'm also gonna go underneath here. I'm gonna add a little bit more coloring up that arm and all the way down and around here. I'm gonna add a little shading. And you can see I went out of the line here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's out. I'm gonna show you how to fix that. It's kind of light, so you might not be able to see it, but oh, I just went out again. Sometimes I'm a messy colorer. And then I'm gonna do this arm here. Okay. And then maybe right here. All right. So then once I have him shaded, I'm going to go back over it with the light and blend that shading in. If you leave it, it just shows really dark, and when you add the blending, it's still going to show all your work on there, but it's going to blend a lot better. So let me show you. We have a marker, a blend called a color lifter, and when you make a mistake and you go out of the lines, you can run this over the parts that you did and it pushes the color back in. I love it because I make mistakes. Even if you use Poppy Parade, like literally it'll do red. So you can see now it's all white. No more out of the lines. Okay. So now that he's been colored, let's work on the toucan. So the toucan's going to be black. Let's see what other colors did I use. Daffodil Delight. Let's see. Poppy Parade. Tahitian Tide and Pumpkin. So these are the colors that I'm going to use on the toucan. So we're going to start with all the light colors. So I'm going to do his beak. I'm going to come that little portion, and then I did the bottom. Isn't he precious? And I'm going to do around his eye. Then I use the dark pumpkin pie, and I'm going to go around that eye. And then I'm also going to come across the beak like this to give it another color. And then I'm going to use light pumpkin pie, which I forgot to grab out. And that's going to be this middle section here. And then I'm going to use Poppy Parade for the inside of his mouth, for his tongue. His tongue's probably black, but I didn't color it black. And then there is the rest of his little beak. And I went out of the line. I want to show you that again if I can find my white. What did I do with it? Oh, not white, but the color lifter. So see right here, the orange of his beak right there. So I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to basically pretend I'm coloring the outside, and I'm just going to go back and forth and just give it a second. And then look. Pretty cool. I love the color lifter because I'm a messy colorer. And then the last color here, we're going to add a pop of this Daffodil Delight underneath this orange and kind of down a little bit on the neck. And then I'm going to color the rest of him black. Because toucans are mostly black. They have, some varieties have a lot of really beautifully bright colors. And so I did a little bit of each, right? I'm going to really try not to go outside of the line with this black. I'm going to do all the rest of him. Little wing. When I colored the tiger, I just used light and dark pumpkin pie. I'll show you the tiger again so that you can see that I used the two tones of light and dark pumpkin pie. All right, so there's our little toucan. Good night, Lil. All right, so we're going to take that little scrap of DSP that I cut off from the frame, well, the part that's behind the frame. I'm going to add some adhesive. And we're going to attach that right here on the side. You don't expect to have this little toucan in there, but so cute, right? Okay. And then I'm going to trim. I have a smidge sticking out. All right. So this is going to go on the inside. So let's go ahead and put adhesive. We're done now that we've colored him. Let's open our card, and then I'll show you how I colored the tiger. Let's just glue our little toucan to the inside. John got to see a sneak peek of the membership projects for the week because he was hanging out with me today. He was off. So there's the tiger. So you can see I used light and dark pumpkin pie for the tiger. And you can see where the light and the dark is and the shading. I know, he's like so excited. Good night, Lil. So, yeah. Trust me, guys, don't miss this week's membership. If you're not a member, you got to join because it's pretty awesome. All right. So let's trim this mess that I made when I stamped it crooked. So we're just going to come straight across the word one, and that's going to be straight, hopefully. I'm going to trim in like that. The rest of it is going to be fussy cut around here. So no one will know that I did not stamp that straight. I feel like I have, there we go. I was like, I feel like I have paper attached to my snips, and I do. I had that little piece of paper. I think it finally fell off. All right. So then when we get to these other straight letters, I'm just kind of wiggling around the script. I really like sentiments that have script and print. I think they're pretty cool. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to go straight across. And then I'm going to come straight down here like that. And we're going to come in. And then I'm going to do a little fussy cutting around that pretty H. And then we're going to bring it back in. And come on. Down. And then it will meet the top of that word right there. And I'm going to make sure that we're straight and not too bad. I did a little bit of choppiness up here. I didn't go very smoothly around that deep, and I'm fixing it now. All right. So there's my sentiment. Let's throw all these away. All right. So we are going to attach, well, we're going to kind of sort of attach. We're going to get our dimensionals on this side of the heart. So anything on this side can have a dimensional. Let's put one over here. Okay, so that side, let's pull the backs. We're going to add wet adhesive to this side. And right about there is good. All right. And then this is just going to be glued directly up top, right on top of there. And then our sloth is going to need some dimensionals, but not everywhere. I'm going to grab those small pieces again. I don't want to put too high on his arms because, let's just cut this piece and use it. Because he's going to be holding on to that. So I want to leave room there for the wet glue to grab the branch. Let's do one more. Right there, we'll add this piece. Since I've already cut it, we'll just put it down here. And then I'm gonna put something on his head there, maybe a regular size. Okay, let's get rid of these. All right. And we're gonna put wet glue on the tips of his hands here. And the tip of his hair is holding it too. Isn't he so cute? I just love him. Holding on to that branch. Ooh, I put too big of a dimensional back there. Let's pull that off. We'll use that for something else. Let's add a little adhesive on that branch there. Okay, there we go. Always fixable, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our adhesive to our sentiment. Tweezers so I don't get glue in my hands, and then we're gonna figure out how we wanna place it. I think that's good right there. I wanna see some of that heart. Looks so cute. I love it. All right, so the last thing we're gonna put on here is the sequence. So I chose to use the pastel adhesive back sequence. And it comes in a pink, a blue, and a gold. And you get large and small sequence. So we're going to use one large. So I'll grab that one first. Put it down here by the tiger. Okay. And then we're done with the large. Let's go to the small. We're going to put one on the heart. Right here. And then one up on the frame around here somewhere. That looks cute. What do you guys think? Now I probably have you too close. So I'm gonna bring you guys back up as soon as I put these away before I lose them or get them caught on something they're not supposed to be caught on or something happens. Because sequins are tricky like that. I'm gonna bring you guys back up. Then we can talk a few minutes before I let you go. All right, so there we are. That's pretty good, I think. All right, so this is our card. Pretty cute. The two inks that we used were Shaded Spruce and Granny Apple Green. We used Radiating Stitches, which I love these dies. I use them often. I love this heart. Of course, I love hearts, so I use hearts all the time. And then So Sincere was the sentiment set that we used. And then, of course, Jungle Pals and the Jungle Pals dies. Does anybody have any questions? What happened, Meme? Oh, he's a sloth, Meme. Yeah, he's a sloth. Isn't he cute? So yeah, so you have a tiger, a crocodile, a sloth, a lemur, and a toucan. Pretty cute. Pretty cute. Monday's card was the crocodile, and the lemur and the toucan are going to be on Thursday's live. Oh, that's so cute. Milani, you're so funny. Yep, you and Tina are going to be good friends. She likes to cut up. She's so much fun. I really have the best group of people who watch me. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Meme, when did you pop in? Did you just literally get here? That's my mom, everybody. The one I'm calling Mima. Antonia. She goes by Tony. You guys can call her Tony. But that's my mom. The tree is pecan pie. Yes, that was so awesome, Milani. You did great. So cute. So fun. Hey, Milena, you stayed awake. I'm so proud of you. You must not have been tired today. Or if you were fighting it. John falls asleep sometimes when I'm live too. I think that I get him sleepy from talking so much. He's like, okay, zone her out. I know you stayed awake, John, because you're excited about the project for the membership group, but you can't tell what it is because you have to be part of the membership group to know. John gets excited about certain projects that I make, and then he like wants to tell. And then, of course, Sherry always tells him that he has to tell. She tries to coerce it out of him, but he knows better. He better not tell. Well, that's good, Milena. Woohoo! That's awesome. You gave a hint. You're so funny, John. I did miss it, but I'm going to go back now. You're going to be in trouble. John! Because Sherry tried to get you to sending you chocolate. I have a whole drawer of candy for you. Sherry, you're an instigator. You guys are so much fun. You earned one chocolate kiss. Oh my goodness. You guys are the best. We should totally have like a pajama crafting night one night on Zoom. Who's in for that? I think it would be so fun if we were all on Zoom and we were all crafting in our PJs. Thank you, Rita. Thanks for saying it wasn't a good one. Yes, wouldn't that be so fun, Tina? I think so. Let's totally do it. Me either. I'm in my PJs. Okay, let's do it one night on Zoom, but I can't put it live on YouTube, but I can, everybody who wants to do it, send an email to me. Here's my email, and I will invite you to a Zoom night, and hopefully you guys can all come. What's a good night? What night should we do it? On a weekend? Me too, Lou. Yeah, let's totally do it because it would be so fun. We all are in our PJ, Sherry. Okay, well, let's get through the stamp camp first. So, like, sometime in February after Valentine's Day. Aw, Debs, did you have to work this morning? Thanks for the hearts. I just saw a little heart float by. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys, if you didn't do it yet. I appreciate it if you do. Deb, you probably worked today. That's why you're tired. Yeah, let's totally do it. Let's do it in February, and we'll keep talking about it. But if you want to do it, send me your email because I'm going to have to send you an invite via email to come, whenever it is. Yes, Monica, you're coming to Stamp Camp. If anybody else wants Stamp Camp, you have to sign up by today. Do we still have that bundle? Is it still available? I didn't even check. Let me check. Oh my gosh, what if we're out of it? I'm going to look real quick. Let me bring in my keyboard. Because what if we're out? That would be horrible. Oh no, it's still available. So it looks like that's still available. Is everything else available? Yes, it's available. So yeah, you could still get in today, because it's still available to order if you want in to the stamp camp. Yeah, Deb, you're a morning person. I'm a night owl. I agree, Sherry. Thanks for helping me out. She's like my little cheerleader. She keeps me going. Thank you, Debs. Me too. I'm excited for Stamp Camp. I think it's going to be so much fun. Thanks, Debbie. Hoo, hoo. I need to be a morning person because there's just not enough hours in the day. If I got up earlier, then I could get more done. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me. And don't forget to send me an email if you want to do like a craft night. I think that would be super fun. You guys have a fantastic night. Thanks for being here with me. I'm so grateful to have you in my corner and watching me. You guys are awesome. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!